getting started with class notebook. Here I am inside of a class of mine, and I am going to get my class notebook set up for the very first time. I will click on the class notebook tab, and right away it'll say, nothing has been set up yet, but let's go. We're going to set up a class notebook. And we can set up just a blank one or from existing notebook content. I'm going to go through how to set this up with a blank notebook. Here explains the 4 different components of class notebook, which is in OneNote, the collaboration space everyone can see and edit. The content library is where a teacher can edit and students can view. The teacher only section, only the teacher can see it and the students cannot. And then we'll have all of the student notebooks. These right here are like you organizing the students' 3-ring binder. You can set up the tabs however you'd like. So I'm going to click on next, and this is what I want my students' notebooks to look like. So I'm going to have one that's going to be on digital citizenship. I'm also going to have one on my Microsoft lessons. And I'm actually going to change this because of the way my course is laid out. My Microsoft lessons. And then I'm going to have this just with assignments. You can add more or you can remove them, and that is up to you. Modifying the name is not permitted in a Teams class notebook, so be apprised of that. You can rename this, which I'll show you later on when I take this over to OneNote. So then I will click Create, and here is my class notebook. Now this is the app version of it. This is built inside of here, and it is not as intuitive as using the full-fledged program. So the very first time, your students as well as yourself will need to open this into the OneNote application. So we're going to open this in the application, which I already have open, and you can see it bouncing in my dock, and it says opening notebook. This will open Computer-Section 1 Notebook, which I have mine from last year right here. And so it is right there. You can change it now by editing the color if you want. So I'm gonna have this, I'll have this year's section so I don't get confused with last year's. I'll do everything in apple color. And I'll change all the rest of mine so I don't get confused with the colors there. So here I have my Computer Section 1 notebook, and you cannot rename these as they are synced directly with OneNote. Okay, so here I've clicked on the notebook, and because I don't have any students enrolled yet, when I do, they will be visible here. I have my collaboration space with information on it, the content library with information on it, and the teacher only section with information on it. Just to get started with adding a new section, if you click on the collaboration space, you can add a new section and it will pop underneath the tab there. So I will get rid of the collaboration space introduction, and you can rename them. So this is collaboration space. Content library, the same thing. I can add a new section underneath the content library, and I will have this with my digital citizenship notes that I will be distributing. Delete that so the students don't need to know that. And the teacher only section, I can start flooding content inside of here, and we can move this underneath there. Delete that section. rename, and I will have this with my Google Docs. Add a section, Google Sheets. Add a section, Google Forms, etc. Then, when the students are populated, I will be able to distribute that, which I'll show you in a little while. Whatever I do inside of this application will automatically sync over into Microsoft Teams. So as I click on the collaboration space, I don't have any more of the introduction. I have these. I personally do not use the OneNote inside of Teams. Every single time I need to go to OneNote, I go here. It pushes to Teams, and it is more intuitive. So this is how you get set up with your class notebook.